Myanmar's ousted lawmakers have declared a people's defensive war against the military. They say the movement starts today. It was announced by the acting president of the National Unity Government. The NUG was formed by elected legislators who were thrown out of office by the generals. It has for months been hinting that this day would come. The NUG has asked its civilian soldiers to target the Myanmar army and their assets.
တရားနိလန့်ကြတော့တရားမျှတသောတော်လှန်ရေးဖြစ်သည်ရေရှည်ငြိမ်းချမ်းသောနိုင်ငံတည်ဆောက်ရေးဖက်ဒရယ်ပြည်ထောင်စုတည်ဆောက်ရေးအတွက်မရှိမဖြစ်လိုအပ်တဲ့တော်လှန်ရေးဖြစ်သည်ဆက်တစ်မိမိတို့နိုင်ငံတော်၏ပကတိအခြေအနေလိုအပ်ချက်အလျောက်လှုံ့ဆော်သည်ဖြစ်၍အိန္ဒိချင်းနိုင်ငံများအေရှန်နိုင်ငံများကိုလသမက်ကနဲ့ကမ္ဘာနိုင်ငံအသီးသီးကလည်းနားလည်ပေးကြလိမ့်မည်ဟု
At this point, the most concrete development perhaps is that today, September 7, is the launch of the People's Defensive War against the Myanmar army. For months, people have been preparing for this D-Day to happen because the NUG has been telling people to stock up water, food, medicine because war is coming to Myanmar. That's something they've been saying for the past few months. But what kind of strategies and tactics they will use against the Myanmar army in the coming days remain to be seen. What we do know is that there are at least 8,000 civilians who've been trained to use weapons. There are about 1,500 Myanmar army soldiers and police who've crossed over to the NUG's side. But that's still a far cry if you compare that with the Myanmar army's figures. They've about 500,000 soldiers under their command. Eventually, of course, they want to overthrow the Myanmar army. They want to bring democracy back to Myanmar. But in the short term, I want to talk about the timing of this announcement. I mean, this comes shortly after the ASEAN envoy, Erwan Yusof, confirmed that he is not stepping foot into Myanmar because he's not been given guarantees that he will meet State Councillor Aung San Suu Kyi and President Win Myint. And this also comes ahead of the UN General Assembly in mid-September when they will discuss a variety of issues, including Myanmar. Now, people, most of them on social media, are very supportive of D-Day. In fact, one of my friends tweeted earlier saying that student unions have now pledged their loyalty to this D-Day movement. Of course, offline, you can imagine that people are still feeling jittery, although there may be some hope, that the NUG is doing something to bring democracy back. One of my friends have noted in Myanmar that panic buying has started. He's also seeing more boots on the ground, police officers are checking people proactively on the streets. You can also expect that raids by the security forces will also increase in the coming days just to make sure that they're not caught off guard. And in the near future, there have also been concerns that the Myanmar army may resort to cutting off power supply or cutting off the internet as a way of dealing with this looming threat.